Hey y'all, what is up? Y'all, this is gonna drive me crazy. I don't know why my sports bras do that. Like, why they just can't go back, okay? Anyways, hey y'all. So, welcome back to another video. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Chanina. And should I go through a whole run through of what I post on this channel? Let's just say I post a little bit of everything, okay? I'm a mom who works from home. I have a daughter, a stepson, a husband. And yeah, so I pretty much post about, you know, stuff that I do. Well, I do what I do, but I just let y'all see what I do. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, okay. Yesterday, I told you guys I had bought this, I just took it back out the refrigerator, but I told you guys I just bought this ground, or corned beef rather, and it was $6.37, y'all. Yes, I found this yesterday. And remember I was telling you guys that I was thinking about throwing it in a crock pot, or maybe I didn't, but that's what my original thought was to throw it in a crock pot. But then today, when I Googled it, I was like, oh, it's going to take about 9 hours. Girl, we ain't got 9 hours. It's already almost 12 o'clock. So I was like, okay, well, how can I do this? And I said, girl, why am I overthinking this process? I'm just going to put it in the oven. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm putting it in the oven. So I got my casserole dish. So I've already cleaned that, put that out. And it's not a big piece of meat, but I got it in this thing because it seemed like it was kind of leaking a little bit when I picked it up yesterday. But it comes with like a little peppercorn seasoning packet in it. And y'all, if y'all never had corned beef before, it tastes so good. Like, to me it does. Growing up, that's what we ate. We ate a lot of like stuff. So corned beef, mashed potatoes, and cabbage was something that my mom cooked a lot. Pork chops with sauerkraut, I like that. Comment below if you are a sauerkraut eater. And I ain't talking about on no hot dogs, y'all. I'm talking about in the oven, bake it with some type of pork or something like that, or side it with some type of pork. Or I mean, you know, y'all get what I'm saying, right? And it's really good. You eat it with some mashed potatoes too, and to me it's good. I don't know. Do you guys like sauerkraut? And do you guys comment below if you like corned beef? So, y'all, when I went to the store yesterday, I noticed on the bottom of my receipt that there is a recall on ground turkey that has a sell by date of October 17th. So I was like, girl, I don't think I've ever heard of a recall on ground turkey. But then when I was online last night, and I was just going through videos, because I watch a lot of like prepper videos and stuff, and stuff hit the fan type of videos. You know, people that really be paying attention to what's going on with like trucking, like deliveries and stuff like that. I watch all that, y'all. So anyway, word on the curb is there's a recall on onions too, and there is a recall on a home air freshener from MOMZ or Home and Garden or something like that, but it was sold at Walmart, and it was like I can't remember what the exact name of it was, but I guess it had gems in it or something. But anyways, y'all, I don't think there's ever been a time where I can remember where there were so many recalls all within the same 30 to 60 days. Like, it's so weird. So they got me looking at ground turkey side-eye now, because when did I buy ground turkey, y'all? I think the last time I bought some ground turkey was that little roll, that little 1 pound roll. But I've eaten that. I made, one day I was here and I had like a long little lunch break, and I was like, dude, I want some tacos, and that's what I ate. So I just pray over my food, y'all. Pray over your food, okay? Pray over your food. That's all I'm gonna say. So with this, I'm gonna put it in the oven. I've got an onion right there that I want to throw off in it. You know what? I know what I'm about to do, because I did cut up some pepper, onion mixture. So see y'all, stuff like this comes in hand because I don't even have to cut nothing. That just saved me a little bit of time. And I have some carrots that are still here in the refrigerator. So okay, I was saying, and I have some carrots that are still here in the refrigerator. So boom, bam, bam. There we go. We're gonna make a meal out of that. I've got some red potatoes that I can do something with. I don't know if I'm gonna do like roasted potatoes, mashed potatoes. I'm thinking maybe some roasted potatoes because I have a bunch of red potatoes that I need to use, but I also have the brown potatoes that I need to use. But Olivia's funny about mashed potatoes. She prefers the potatoes in the pack, but it's the same thing. That's what I be trying to tell her. Those are just dehydrated potato flakes, and these are just fresh potatoes, but it's all the same. But for some reason, she's funny about mashed potatoes. So, I don't know. I'm not gonna make rice, but yeah, cause that's what the meal. To me, that's what I ate. I ate corned beef with mashed potatoes. I've never eaten corned beef with rice or corned beef with pasta. I've always eaten it with mashed potatoes. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably just gonna use the red potatoes to make the mashed potatoes. So boom, bam, bam. We just came up with our dinner plan for today, y'all. Boop. Let's see what Olivia has going on here. In here, I hear a lot of noise. Oh, look at that, girl! You've been in here working, huh? Okay. So, who are these people to you? Like, what do you like about
celebrities, like models?
Models, celebrities. Okay, who we have here? What's her name? Billie something, right?
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish. Almost in my mind I was thinking Billy Ocean. Okay. Zendaya. Okay. Have you watched Bridgerton? Huh? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched it yet. Oh, girl, she done redecorated her whole wall. Oh, stop it now. No, we don't have the American Horror Story. This is the season that's on right now, which I'm waiting on it to end, by the way, so that I can binge watch it. I'm hoping I can binge watch it before the end of October. That'll top off horror stories and stuff and films for me for the month of October. But anyways, okay. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Looks like you got like some fashion-ish inspiration going on up here. Are we moving towards some fashion?
I don't know. I just think these people look cute.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I used to do that to my room too. Just put posters. I used to have what's that magazine I used to get back in the day? I forget what it was called, but it had like whatever artists were out at the time. I would peel out the posters and put it on the wall and stuff. I forget the name of that magazine. If you guys know what I'm talking about, comment down below. I used to get that magazine. It had like, it was like a hip hop magazine. I can't even remember what it was. Not the Source, but anyway, I can't think of it. But yeah, so this is what I have going on in the kitchen, y'all. Okay, I'm trying to encourage Olivia to start making her own lunches. So my pantry it's just all over the place. So I was like, okay, well, I need to do something with this because I need her to be able to know what to grab for her lunches and what not to grab, right? So I was in the hall closet and I was looking for a basket that I can fill, and I found this one along with a bunch of expired medicine. So, that's the downfall of buying in multiples, is having stuff that you know, expires. But anyway, so the idea that I have in my mind is to basically fill this with things that she can grab quickly for her lunch, right? Because we don't want to make every morning an all-day process with her making her lunch, because she takes her time with things sometimes, especially when she's preoccupied with her headset on and is playing music and stuff. Sometimes she can move a little slow. So I want her to be able to just come in here and, you know, grab whatever she's gonna put in her lunch, with the exception of the main part, which is like the sandwich. So she said she's cool with making her own lunch because I don't make her sandwiches the way that she wants me to make them. So that works for both of us, because now she can have one more responsibility added since she's gotten older. She can make her own lunches. If she want to take lunch, she can make a lunch. So, girl, and her lunches are going to be extra, honey. And I have to tell her, I was like, listen, you can't go too far off the deep end with your lunches because you're not at home, girl. And you only get 30 minutes to eat. So, because she was talking about making her sandwiches, adding lettuce, tomatoes, pepperoni, and all that stuff. And I'm thinking like, girl, okay. All right. Anyway, I'm like, girl, you can't be at school with a whole food looking like, you know, food layout looking like you're finna do a mukbang, okay? No. But that is the idea for that. So I'm going to put like these fruit cups in there. Even though she don't reach for them much, but she needs to, okay? Because we're trying to create a balanced lunch, not just full of, you know, sugars and snacks and stuff like that. We need to add like some fruit or some veggies or something. So I sent her with some carrots Friday, and she brought the carrots back. I'm thinking she didn't like the ranch dressing. I know she likes ranch dressing only when she's dipping her carrots, but I had this home style. Let me show y'all. Here we go again. Let me show y'all, because I can explain it to you and describe it and all that, but let me just give you, I'm a visual person, so hold on. Let me see. This right here is what I put in a little container for her, and I take it she didn't like it much because it came back. So I probably should have put the regular ranch, the wishbone, but honestly, I'm trying to use up. Or I probably could have used Caesar. I think next time I do it, I'm going to put, because she likes Caesar. So I forgot I even had that. See? All right. So this is what the meat is looking like so far, y'all. I feel like it didn't come with enough peppercorns. I feel like it could have came with some more peppercorns, okay? But anyway, that's where we're at with that. And I took some stuff out of here that I'm going to take to the shelf. So And then I'm trying to unmix everything. There's like stuff that's open that's mixed with stuff that's not. And I normally try to keep it separated so that I know what to reach for. I don't want to have, you know, 2 boxes of the same thing open or 2 bags of the same thing open. Y'all get what I'm saying? But yeah, so that is the goal with that. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know how they're gonna do Halloween this year. I asked Olivia yesterday when we was inside Kroger, where they're gonna do like a Halloween thing where they take candy or a snack, you know, have a classroom party or something like that. You know, they haven't had the chance to do that because they've been virtual learning. So I was just curious to see if they were going to do that this year, because if that is the case, I will be, instead of candy, well, I got a bag of 3 Musketeers that I need to get rid of. No one eats them. Okay, anyway, I'll be trying to get stuff that I think that everyone in the house is going to eat or may want to try. That bag has been sitting there too long. So that just told me ain't nobody reaching for that. So I want to get rid of the bag of Musketeers, and I want to get rid of this box of cookies that's up here. There's shortbread cookies. I like shortbread cookies, but I don't eat sweets enough to, like, me personally, I wouldn't have purchased that. You know what I'm saying? That just, long story with how we ended up with that. But anyway, I did pull out the extra peanut butter that I had in there. These oats, it says best before July 13th, which it's way past July 13th. But Olivia asked me not too long ago, could she use these in yogurt? And honestly, I never even thought to, because she's always asking me for oats to put in yogurt, right? And I always say I'm going to buy them, and then I forget. So it never occurred to me to use these. Now, the question that I do have is, because it says quick oats, so does it have like, y'all know how the instant packets got, it's like the oats and then like the little powder flavor stuff, or whatever that is. Yeah, I'm wondering if it has this, and how well will it go with some yogurt. I don't know. Should I even use this? Should I give it away? Should I throw it away? I don't know what to do with this. And at the time, I had good intentions when I purchased this, but it's just been so long. I've had this forever, and this ain't even the only one that I have. I have another one on the shelf. So I'm trying to figure out what I need to do with that. And this chicken breast is going to go back there. These cookies are actually going to stay up here. And I'm indecisive as far as if I want to take this and put this on the shelf or not. We've got a little bit of frozen fruit, so I might make Olivia a smoothie here in a bit. We had pizza for lunch, but she's still hungry, so she wants me to put another pizza in the oven, which, girl, we're not gonna do that. So I might make her a fruit smoothie and then throw a little bit of this in it to see if she likes it. It's chocolate flavored PB Fit peanut butter powder. So I'm just gonna sneak it in her smoothie and see if she likes it, see how that goes. And I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with this shelf just yet. This shelf, I want to change the baskets out to black, but we're not gonna do that today because I don't have the baskets today. But that's what I have in my mind to do later on at some point. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with down here just yet. It's like I want the cans there, but I don't. I want the condiments there, but I don't. Girl, I don't know. I'm just all over the place with that. And then these, girl, I don't know. We'll just have to come back to that, because, like, look, all this stuff here. What the world? Were you trying to sneak up on me or something?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, because, girl, no, that you were not successful with that, because I heard you come around the corner. Okay, she just knocked over this thing, y'all, if y'all was wondering what that was. I don't know how she did that, but it hit the floor.
Oh, hello, Papa.
Feel some pressure on my back. Let me shift a little. I might say a couple things and make you think a little. You like to think with your mouth, I like to think in riddles. You get a lot of time to think when you're in the middle. Think I get too caught up writing out my verses. of seeing kids that look like me in some hearses. I think I rush to make decisions when I'm restless. Sometimes I use the word love, but I'm just reckless. Sometimes I wait a day just to send a message. Then I wait a week just to not seem desperate. The only thing I...
Alright, y'all. So, I'm getting tired now. Ooh. Ooh. Girl, okay. I need to obviously make a trip to the beauty supply store, but I got the tub clean. And I got the cabbage and the potatoes and the carrots going with the meat in the oven. Honestly, transparency here, y'all. I've never cooked corned beef ever. When I thought about it later, I was like, dang, have I ever even cooked corned beef? So I caught my mistake before it happened, okay, because I was bridging into a mistake. I had the meat on the stove and it was boiling, doing its thing, and I put the peppercorn in there, which I realized I should have done that when I put it in the oven, but it's okay. I put the peppercorn in there with the carrots and the celery, not the carrots, the onion, pepper, celery mixture, or no, it doesn't have celery in it, it's just onion, pepper. And you know, it's boiling, and something said jump on Google and go to all recipes, because I always go on allrecipes.com. I don't know why, but I go there and I realized, oh, okay, well, it's been boiling for about an hour, so now it's time to put it in the oven. So I'm like, oh shoot, let me go grab it, throw the potatoes in there and all that. So yeah, yo, we almost had boiled corned beef for dinner. Okay, anyway, so I need to clean the sink right here. I was listening to Life of Wit. I just discovered her channel recently, and I do like her videos. You guys go check her out if you haven't already. And yeah, I like her channel a lot. She's pretty cool. I was in her live last night, and it was pretty straight. She was talking about some of the candles that she had got from Bath and Body Works, and it's just a really chill vibe over there. So yeah, you guys go check out her channel, Life of Wit, W-H-I-T. And I think you guys, if you enjoy my channel, I think you guys will enjoy her channel. So, because she seems kind of laid back as well, you know. But anyway, y'all, I think I'm doing the absolute most with all of the body wash. But it could just be me, because I normally just go with one body wash, a bar of soap, and then I do that until I run out, and then I replace it. But I've got like so many bottles of body wash open right now. So when I'm done cleaning the sink, then I'll show you guys what I'm talking about, and you can let me know down in the comments, is it not enough or is it too much? Y'all, so far this caddy is holding up pretty okay. This shelf right here is on lean a little bit. I done tried to adjust the little plastic thing that you stuff in and then push the rack down on. This one was on lean too, but I was able to fix that. So, because the stuff was like leaning towards the front, it still kind of is. Like, it'll slide if I move it or whatever, but for the most part, the top shelf and the second shelf is pretty steady. I have a lot, to me, it's a lot, because I'm not used to having all of this stuff out at one time. Like I said, I normally have like whatever face wash I'm using, whatever body wash or soap I'm using at the time, and then everything else is stuffed away in the closet. But I'm like, you know what? It'll take me forever to go through all these things, especially if I'm doing like empty videos for y'all. So, or starting to incorporate those anyway. So I was like, well, let me just mix and match. That way I can smell like different things, you know. And that's how I ended up here. And that's why I needed this rack, which was, I forget how much. I think it was like 20 bucks or something like that. I can't remember. But if you guys didn't see that video, it took me a minute to put the thing together, okay? And then I still have an extra piece that I don't know what it goes to, and then like some stickers and stuff. But anyway, so I don't know. You guys tell me if this is too much. On my top shelf, I have a Dollar Tree aromatherapy. I actually don't like that. I don't know. I feel like it's not giving what it's supposed to give. This is the mint eucalyptus, and I've had it for a while, and that's why I pulled it out, because I didn't want it to go bad. Body wash doesn't go bad, y'all. I don't know. But anyway, and then I've got this Lady Speed Stick. the Rose Delight. This smells pretty good. I actually used that this morning. And then I have my Caress the Black Orchid one up here. And then I have a moisturizing body wash that should have probably been gone a long time ago because it was actually out prior to me adding everything else. Down here, I like to keep my facial stuff on the second shelf. So I pulled out some products the other day that I need to use up that I've had for a while. So this St. Ives cleansing stick, it's okay. It's cool on the go. This Olay, I like it a lot. I just have a little bit of that left, so I need to use that up. And then I just incorporated Noxzema into my facial care. And then down here, I've got this one body wash, Lever 2000. I got that from a Dollar Tree as well. This one, if you're on the lookout, okay, I almost got tongue tied there. If you're at Dollar Tree, okay, and you're looking for like new stuff to drop in your bath section, at my store, I get stuff late. So, you probably already seen some of this stuff. But if you haven't, or didn't know that Lever 2000 makes body wash, apparently they do. So they have the Sweet Pea at the Dollar Tree. I don't know what other scents they have, but that's the only one that I saw. And they have this Lady Speed Stick there and this aromatherapy there. And yeah, so if you see those and you want to try it out, I would recommend it. I mean, why not? It's $1. And then I have my body salt that I had got as a gift. I haven't used it just yet. And I have a little bit of this left. This is the Soap and Scrub Charcoal Citrus Body Scrub by Simple Truth. I really, really like that. I'm almost done with that. So that's why I'm trying to use that first before I open that. And then on this last shelf, this does kind of lean. So I don't put anything too heavy right here. So I've got a Caress bar soap and then my Shea Butter Moisture Acne Prone, or I use this for my face though, y'all. So I use that for my face, which this really should be up there, but anyways. And then I've got my exfoliator scrub, and then down here I have my Caress. So I have the Shea Butter Brown Sugar open and the Daily Silk. And then over here, of course, I got my hair removal stuff, so that's always over here. But I just added this Dove that I got the other day. I chose to pull out the Shea Butter and Vanilla. I've been using it every night since I purchased it, and I really, really like it. And then I've already had this Nourish Himalayan sea salt body wash down here. So I've been using that. So I'm trying to use up a bunch of stuff, you guys. I'm trying to use this up, that up. I'm trying to go ahead and use this up. And my husband, he doesn't really care for this face wash, so I've been using it. So I'm trying to use that up. And then I've got my little lavender soft soap body bar and my Dove antibacterial bar. So that's a lot going on, right? And then my husband, he has his soap and his shampoo. But is that a lot going on, y'all? Or is that not enough? Y'all, it smells... Ooh, I just burnt my arm. But it smells so good in the house right now. Ooh, look at that. Girl, yes. We got corned beef and cabbage. Okay, hold on a second. We got a little runaway over here. All right. Yes, girl. That is gonna be good. It's probably, I don't know if it's probably gonna need salt or whatever, but I didn't season it or anything. Now I did add some extra black pepper before I put it in the oven and before I added the cabbage and stuff, but I didn't add like any salt, pepper, salt, garlic powder, all the stuff that I would normally add. So this is going to be a hearty meal. This is going to go through for today. Hopefully everybody likes it. My husband, he said he likes my cooking, so. But I hope he ain't lying to me, child. Okay. But yeah, I really do hope that Everyone enjoys it. I know Livia's probably gonna pick around the cabbage. She's probably gonna get the meat and the potatoes and carrots. But I'm gonna try to encourage her to try some cabbage. She doesn't like cabbage, but if she sees it like this, maybe it'll be appetizing to her versus when I just cook the cabbage in a pan by itself, or on the stove or whatever. So that is dinner for today. I'm thinking, should I make some cornbread? No, we're gonna stick to just the one pot meal. So cool beans. Dinner is done. All right, y'all, I'm done with Olivia's basket. So these are just the dry items, of course. All the vegetables and fruit and all that she can take for lunch is in the refrigerator. But this is the basket she can pick from. So it has granolas, pretzels, fruit cups, applesauce, the honey cracker grams, or y'all know what I'm talking about, goldfish. And y'all, look at all that trash and look at how much space was created. So she can also take these tortilla chips. Sometimes she takes chips and salsa. When we were in the store yesterday, we were out of tortilla chips, but we have a little bit of salsa left, and that's like her go-to snack. So she wanted to get the one with the lime, so she'll probably be taking that for lunch. And then she also got the Takis, so she'll probably take some of those for lunch from time to time. So the basket is going to go right here. I'm telling you guys, if you guys aren't shopping at Dollar Tree for organization supplies, baskets and stuff, you need to, because it is a space saver. Like, this pantry, I mean, it looks like there's a lot going on now, but it would look so much worse if I didn't have these baskets, especially with this seasoning and stuff. Because look at all the seasoning that I use, and I use this stuff all the time, most of it. Some of it just depends on what I'm cooking. And then all of these open bottles of sauces, some of them are not open, all that stuff would have been like all over the place. So what I did with like my pancake mix and all that, I just transferred everything up here. I can't remember if I told you guys that or not. Okay, so please forgive me if I'm repeating some things throughout the video. But I did move everything up here as far as what was open: sugar, flour, cornbread or cornmeal, and then my pancake mix, and then my extra bag of flour. So that's where I'm going to start to keep that stuff along with the oil. I had that stuff up there and on this second shelf, so that worked out. But now that just created a new task, is basically finding where to put this type of stuff, because I don't have any space up here. Well, I suppose I could make some space, right? Hold on, y'all. I might have solved that issue. Let me see. Scoot that over. This still needs to go up here. So I'm going to put that like that so that it's already up there. And I never got around to making Olivia's smoothie. She actually fell asleep. So when she wakes up, dinner's going to be ready. So she's not going to need that. I have it on warm on the stove, by the way, because I wanted to go ahead and turn the oven off. So I just have it on low, so it's not like cooking or nothing. Or at least I hope it isn't. Okay, well, maybe it is. Let me turn it down a little bit more. But yeah, stuff like this. See, I might have found the spot for them. We're gonna see in a minute. And speaking of, Olivia just woke up. She's right behind me. You sleep okay? Yeah. I have to wash her hair too. I don't know if that's gonna get done today, but
I already washed it.
Girl, that was like 2 weeks ago.
So it's not dirty.
Well, I'll be the judge of that when I get a chance to, look at your hair and stuff. So, oh, I forgot this. Will this fit up there?
baked potatoes.
There's potatoes inside the pot. Da, 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 da. And it worked. No one ever goes up here with me, you guys, because it's pasta and I'm pretty much the primary cook in the house. So I don't have to worry about that falling on anyone. And then Olivia, she's careful. So if she needs a mixer or something, you're careful, right? You'll know to just pull that down first, the mixer and all that, instead of trying to pull from the back. So all this stuff won't fall on you. Yeah. Alright. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to get around to this cake today. We're going to have to see. But yeah, so I will be back in a little bit, you guys. I'm actually about to go mop the bathroom floor one more time, and then I'll be totally done with the bathroom. And then I'm going to sweep the hallway, and then I'll be back.